been in Melbourne for about 4 years. I'll get to my story shortly. I'm a coach for 3 of those years. I do basically one-day workshops as well as like extended workshops for about 6 weeks, just really having guys. So that's what I do, and very thankful to Shane for inviting me along to this little shit because it looks really good. A couple of familiar faces out there, a couple of clients in fact. And this is my lovely Aurora, who, having gone through...
You sound like a
yeah, she's got a cold, so just bear, so do I. I sound better, she sounds a bit cool.
Hey.
So I guess Liam asked me to maybe just mention my story and also my philosophy. Going back 5-6 years, someone told me that I would be where I am now. I would have been very fucking happy, but I would have doubted it a lot. So my story, I guess, started several years ago, early 20s, same old story with a girl. It ended horribly, blah, blah, blah. You know the story. I went searching on the internet for some kind of answer because I knew I was lacking something. It just I didn't feel myself. I felt that something was missing. Like, I felt that there was a big answer out there that I didn't quite have, that everyone around me seemed happy. Everyone seemed happy in relationships and out dating and in bars, meeting girls, whereas I typically would be the one just going home shit-faced drunk by myself, if I even made it that far. So I just went looking for answers and came across, you know, a community of guys interested in this stuff. I never intended to coach. In fact, I never, even until 6 months ago, I said I'd never coach this full time because I just wanted it to be part of my life, not my life. Fortunately, here I am. And so I moved to Melbourne, joined the Lair, which is, I guess has changed quite a bit in that time, and just started going out. Every Friday, Saturday, and wherever I could. Basically, no one knew me, so just anyone that would like to come out, I went out with and just started approaching girls. Had some shock horror stories, had some successes, and just started realising patterns along the way. Okay, when I do this, I do that. Like, when I do this, that happens. She does this is what happens. And yeah, within basically a year, people just started asking me to take them out. So I started sort of saying, okay, you cover my drinks, we're good. Charge me $100, we're good. And yeah, it's grown, I guess. And yeah, now here I am, having come from someone who at 24, I think, I'm basically terrible socially. I was a bit of a stoner in high school. Didn't really know what I was doing with girls, full stop. To someone now I feel being really throw me in any situation. I'm very comfortable accepting my awkwardness, accepting my humanness, and I feel comfortable enough to battle any situation. Throw me in any situation, I feel comfortable, I feel fine. Being with more girls than I've done enough. Met this lovely one who wasn't supposed to happen. She was just supposed to be another number, I'll be honest. Didn't work out that well. And yeah, I guess my philosophy on this is very simple. My philosophy on this is basically, I don't believe in tricks, routines. I don't believe in being anyone other than yourself, because I think you really need to just throw yourself in the deep end repeatedly. I think what a lot of guys might lack is just simple discipline and commitment. Like, you need a bigger picture on what you want. You can't just kind of go, okay, I'm going to go out and meet girls. I don't know why. You need to know, like, why are you doing this? Why do I want to get better at this? You know, the more reasons you have for doing something, the stronger your motivation will be. And if you look at this as if I just want to get laid, get drunk and go to transport, because you'll get laid. But if you want to basically get better with girls, get better socially, dress better, get more confident, have a better job, have a better lifestyle, just think long term. Think, I'm going to do this for 1 year. I'm going to see who I can meet, who I can learn from, and you really need to put practice. Basically, you need to put time in. I'm a big advocate of designated time to just do this. I kind of see it like the gym. If you want to, you can't just walk into the gym and expect to bench press 200 kilos, which is honestly what I get a lot from clients. They come in basically going, so after this, one night I'm basically going to be sleeping with really beautiful women, have good dates consistently, and it's just doesn't happen that way. You can't be a bar Casanova within one night. You really have to just put in the time, effort. If you want like really beautiful women, you have to know what you're offering them yourself. And if you're bringing nothing to the table, and that's what requires a lot of work. And commit to it before it even happens. Just go, there's a girl, I'm going to do it, I'm not going home until it's done. Or if you put aside an hour or two when you go out to approach people, you need to basically say to yourself, that you need to know why you're doing it. You need to be responsible for yourself. None of this like pussying out. If you commit to something, do it before you even leave the house. Just keep the greater picture in mind. You know, you're not doing this just to get what you are doing to get laid, but you're doing it to deal with that fear. You know, that fear is what's stopping you in all aspects of your life. It's that fear that's stopping you from quitting your job. It's that fear that, you know, that's that fear that's stopping you having that conversation that could exclude someone from your life that you don't really, you know, it's that same fear. So game is just a really great method to deal with that fear. And it's like, it's never going away, but you can definitely learn to deal with it. If an approach to you is nothing, like you're just like swabbing in there, to me that tells me, I taught English for 2 years, that the girl's not that special. Like, I think you should I think you should approach and talk to everyone. If you can master the art of making an old lady laugh in a supermarket, you transfer that onto girls that you like, that is game to me. That is just the pinnacle. You know, if you can just, when I approach a girl, it's like half of me wants something from you, or attractive girl, and I want to meet you. But the other half is like, I'm going to somehow fucking make you smile because I know that'll make me smile as well. But if you're looking at girls and you're just in there perfectly rah. She's going to know that you've approached 100 girls that day. She's not that special. Like, if you're in there just overly confident, I want to approach the girls that make me nervous as fuck. Like, I want to approach the girls that make me just kind of like feel that punch in my stomach, you know? They're the girls that are going to change your life, you know? Be social to everyone, you know? Make people laugh, make people smile. I guarantee it'll come back to you tenfold. You'll feel so much better. But next time you kind of see that girl that makes you just feel like you just have the wind taken out of you, they're the girls that you need to approach, and they're the ones that you're going to act nervous as fuck. Like, so don't think you have to do it also. I don't care if you approach and say, I'm nervous as fuck, but I figured coming to talk to you would be better than fucking leaving and having you walked out of my life. But just scrap all the shit and just kind of really get back to the core of what we are as men. Just like a beautiful girl, I'm attracted to her. If you're not feeling something when you approach, you're doing it wrong. If you're not feeling that sense of like that gut fucking stabbing when you approach, I think you're doing it wrong. Like, I've had guys before, clients just kind of like in there, hey, how's it going? Done. And they walk back to me after the word, and I'm like, what the fuck, why would she want to talk to you? She was just another number to you. I like that, it's real. You can approach 1,000 women and still feel that. They're the girls that count. You need to axe the hype. This is not going to happen overnight. And if this is something that you really, really want, you need to commit. I've committed 4 years to this, and now I'm happy. Now I don't feel that need to go out and, you know, I can comfortably walk past someone on the street and just go, cute girl. You know, that's it. You're not going to approach every fucking girl that you see. You're not going to get anything done with your life if that's the case. So I guess what I mean in regards to the truth is you need to look at where you're at. You know, if you think you're going to go out and grab, you know, beautiful girls, think to yourself firstly, what am I offering a beautiful girl? You know, if you combine appearance, attitude, personality, humour, all that together, what do you on a scale of 1 to 10? And if you come up with 4, you need to work on that before you even start. This doesn't start with approaching. This starts with lifestyle. This starts with you looking the best that you can. This starts with you, you know, just having a life purpose. I think the life purpose is quite strong, which is something that I can tell you guys because I lacked it. You need a house built on 4, if not more stilts. You need to like look at your life and go, cool, awesome girls, but do I like my job? Am I going somewhere with my life? Do I have cool people around me? You know, do I have something other than girls? You approach a girl and you've got nothing going on in your life, what are you going to talk about? Why is a cute girl going to want to be with you? Why is a girl with quality? Don't mix up cute and quality. There are plenty of really, really, really attractive girls out there who are not quality in my opinion. If a girl's rude to you, if you approach her in a genuine manner and she's rude to you, in my opinion, that is not a quality girl. So don't think, oh, shut down, this seems bitch. Yeah, but if you do approach properly, 9 out of 10 girls are going to be friendly to you. So back to the truth. Look at where you are. Look at what you really, really want, and put measures in practice. Don't be one of these guys out there in fucking, you know, sneakers and a hoodie in a club, thinking it just starts with approaching. You're going to approach every hot girl there. Look at her. Look, she put hours of time into her hair. She's like, wearing wonderful clothes. You know, she has a life. She's very, very valued by men. She has a lot going on. This doesn't start with approaching. This starts with you well before approaching. And that's not to say you should wait. That's not to say that I can't approach a girl till I have everything sorted. It just means that you need to do both as you go, which is something that I've only learned sort of the last couple of years. And now finally I have pretty much what I want. don't think that you need to, don't wait to feel comfortable, don't wait to feel confident. It's not going to happen. If you basically don't wait for motivation or confidence, they won't happen until you take that first step. If you wait to be motivated, you're never going to leave the house. Like, no, I don't feel like today. Which is a big thing that I have with our clients. I'm like, did you go out and do your work today? Did you go out and do your, I get my clients to do a lot of work on their own. Did you go out and do it? No, I had that work. I'm like, no. That's when you're going to learn. When you commit to something regardless of your attitude or motivation. Motivation doesn't wait for you. It's just kind of, it catches up with you. You want to be at a point where you can go out and have a drink with your friends. Just like, you want to make the ones count. You want to enjoy, you want to mix up your pickup life with your real life. Go out, have a drink with friends, stand all night and don't approach anyone. When there's a cute girl, you want to know inside yourself that you can do it. And that's the goal in all of this, I think. I think you really want to get to that point where if you're single and you choose to be single, you want to be able to do that. I think typically I tend to know before I even ask if a girl's going to come home with me. You learn to pick up on cues. If a girl's like left her friends and she's nuzzling up to you in a bar, it's time to listen. It's just my personal opinion. I think Rory probably differs here, but look, I've tried two and they've both worked okay. I used to be a big fan of the whole give her a reason to come home with you. Come check out my balcony, it's really, really beautiful. Let's just go, one of my favourites used to be, look, we can stay here drinking with all the fools and the noise and the hooliganism. Or we can just go chill out at my house. I've got vodka in the freezer, worked a treat. I never fucking once had vodka in my freezer.
But tell you that it's so simple.
Yeah, exactly.
Unless we're attracted to you, and that's in our plan too, and we probably, that's it.
And that's what I discovered when I get a few people home going, where's the vodka? I don't have a balcony. I remember once saying to a girl, walking out saying, let's go grab some Indian. And they just walked to my house and we got out the front and I went to push the elevator and she's like, we've got no food at all. I was like, yeah, sorry. Yeah. So I guess now, I guess maybe it's an age thing, like I'm 31 now, effectively a week ago. I just personally am of the opinion that I like to, if it's on, it's on. And I just say to the girl, look, you want to get out here, let's, come home with me, grab your jacket, say bye to your friends, let's go. That's just my preferred method though, because I think if you start to get into that habit of giving her reasons to come home with you, you're going to face a lot of what pickup people call LMR. But, if I'm not sure where I stand with a girl, a good a good example is I had a client a little while ago and he went on a date with a girl, he went on 2 dates with a girl, he thought that the second date was really awkward. So he came back to me and said, I don't know where I stand, I think the second date was really awkward, I don't want to see her again. Now I grabbed his phone when he was in the bathroom and I texted the girl and I said, hey, can I ask you something? She said, yes, sure. I said, look, I've got a feeling the last date was a bit awkward, but I'd really like to see you again. You seem like a really cool chick, are you down for that? Bang, she texted back and said, oh my God, I'm feeling the same. I was like, I knew that was happening. Just end grey zones. Just be on or off. And if it's off, move on. If the girl's forced to say no to something, and that seems horrible. If the girl says no to something, I think it's a great opportunity for you to express your personality. So it's kind of like with escalation, when something's happening, I think either you escalate and she is going to, you're going to get what you want, or she's going to kind of shut down and you get to be all playful and stuff. And I think that really indicates something about your personality. I just want to meet someone and have something happen. People always, that's why girls who use sex as a token really kind of bore me. If it hits a while, it's just kind of I want to evolve something. I don't want to fucking be caught in this game. And that's why I guess I learned to axe that grey zone. It's just kind of look, we're on or off. That's it, it's your decision. If something feels right to you, go do it. Just do it.